Hey guys, how's it going? How are you doing? Hey. Okay, cool. Alright. I don't know what that's about. It's okay. Hello, hello. It's Lara Joe. Hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Alright. Cool. Pop out of the chat. Let's see what we have today. All right. Let's try that again. Just when I figure out all the computer stuff, then, things go away. It's like TikTok. I finally joined TikTok and then it went away briefly. And that's a story for a different day. Silly, really. Alright, vampire. They are trying to harvest our energy. This whole ban and all of that. Oracle. Oh gosh. Oracle and cult leader. Love how it comes out like that. So, this whole, if we were to look at the writing on the wall, this whole TikTok ban was like a ploy, A, to harvest off of our fear, B, to have a certain person look like a victor and how he restored blah 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 to everyone. So A, don't feed into the fear. B, don't thank a man for giving us back something that he helped to take away. Like, no, you can't take this away and then claim that you are the valiant person. That's not how that works. Stand up. You are feral, and then empath, and you trigger with authenticity. Because they can't control you, they can't guess what you're gonna do. I always think of, when I see feral in the cat picture, I always think of how cats can scare off brown bears. So yeah, like be the cat that scares off brown bears if you have to. Don't let people walk all over you. Like, at what point do you start holding people accountable for what they've done and how they've treated you? Talk about it. Talk about your pain. Talk about your trauma. Talk about your shit. Because you're not the only one that's gone through it. You're not the only one that's going through it. Like, we all need to know that in order to get through shit, we have to stand together. We have to lean on one another. We have to share our stories. We have to share hospitality. We can't keep letting those that have sucked us dry keep sucking us dry by keeping us stuck in the dark and saying that we're the problem. That shadow, that guilt of what happened to you, you can't let it keep holding you hostage. Like, you should not be sitting in prison cells so that the people that did the thing get to walk about freely. That's a no thanks. That little hot mess right there. I'm going to pull from the tarot to see what, if anything, we have. On the bottom of this deck over here, there's a land back, so it's that energy of calling your energy back to you and saying, yes, at one point I felt bad for you, but if you're going to continue to take and take and take and take and just say that's who you are, that's no longer eligible for me. So you are now taking your energy back. 7 of Pentacles, Tower, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Justice. I freaking love it. And 9 of Cups. Alrighty. Oh, there's a lot going on with this energy right here. So, 7 of Pentacles. We've been sowing the seeds, putting in the work, planting the harvest. Oh, there's justice here. Justice is people have been caught. So 7 of Pentacles, you've been planting seeds, yet they don't ever seem to quite grow. Well, justice is Whoever has been going behind and eating the fruits of your labor while you've been working, justice is being called upon them. I love that because with that comes the Tower. So everything that was stolen from you, that was not theirs, it was taken from you for them, it must go. They can't keep holding on to things that aren't theirs because it isn't theirs. They didn't work for it. Two of Pentacles, we are balancing our finances, we're balancing our energy, we're getting our footing back. We're kind of like, okay, I can do this. It's not just all that money is going in one direction. It's now there's equal give and take. We have Three of Cups. Whoever was doing this, like they were partying it up, they were living large on your life, they thought it was funny, they were celebrating, getting together, yucking it up, again, celebrating while you were sitting and working or crying or doing whatever. They were taking your good energy and having a good time. Well, Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups, we are closing out that chapter of sadness. All those people, they get to go cry into their cups with their friends now, but not where you're involved, because Justice and the Tower are clearing that away. On the bottom, the Empress, you're sitting in that beautiful, abundant, loving, fertile, plentiful energy, very Venus-like. You're growing your garden. Merry, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Star, Aquarian energy. Seven of Swords, very heavy air energy, attacking your throat chakra, attacking your communications. Throat chakra blockages will feel like sore throats, feeling like you have to clear your throat, scratchiness, voice changes, going to say something and then not being able to get the words out, mumbling. Those are all kind of anything to get you to not sound credible, and anything to discourage you from sharing your truth about what has been happening. Because Seven of Swords, that's deception. Like, people were freaking playing mind games. And the Star, it's like your story is meant to propel you. We have the Devil and Queen of Cups. Capricorn energy, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They wanted you to stop talking about what they were doing, like generational pattern wise, to keep you stuck in loops. The Devil is always about addictions. It's about what ties us to our past, our shadow, our obsessions. If you've known a Capricorn, you know that they're obsessive compulsive, and we love that for them, but they're very taskmaster. So working together, you know, and when you're the closest to your goal is when you are attacked the hardest, because it's like if they can get you to give up right before you get it, then you gave up, and then they can continue on, and you did all the work, and then they get all the glory. So if you've come this far, push just a little further. I can't even say how many moments I've had of that recently, where it's like, I'll be so frustrated and be like, okay, kid, it's just not today. We go home and we do the next thing. And while it may have been like a bust mission, like I may not have done what I need to do, there were things I need to see, or I need to be seen in certain places at that time. So, Five of Wands, conflict. Whoever this is, they're having whoever is trying to block your throat chakra, they were trying to create conflict in your life. Now they're having conflict, though, trying to explain why they couldn't leave you alone. Like, why all these people had their swords drawn at you and you were not even bothering anyone. Strength. 3 of Swords. Knight of Swords. Leo energy, air energy. Again, this is all betrayals, stabbing, like backstabbing, family squabbles. 3 of Swords is deceptions, heartbreaks. Knight of Swords is someone who's very cutting with their words. They think it's funny to make people cry with their words. They hurt feelings, not faces. Four of Cups. Lack, loneliness, longing. Just longing. Longing for a time when your life was peaceful. Eight of Swords sideways, and Queen of Swords popped out there. Eight of Swords sideways. So 8 of Swords upright would always be mental imprisonment, being stuck in that loop of do I, don't I. So sideways, we're going to take that as you've seen enough to decide this cannot go on any longer. You started making those moves to make that a reality. It's like you started saying, hey, even if it's just to you, like to yourself, this is no longer acceptable behavior from people that I want to hang out with. So what that starts looking at is saying, I won't hang out with people that gossip, because I know that if they gossip to me about someone they love, they'll gossip about me to someone else because they think that that's exemplary behavior. So you started using that discernment. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. She's very intellectual. She intellectualizes emotions, not so much feels the emotions. She's like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of like having a health problem and knowing, hey, I have to have surgery. It is what it is. Yes, there's going to be problems, but it's better than the alternative. So Queen of Swords is very surgical precision. She's like, yeah. So that's what you're having to embody in your life, is saying no more being stuck in that mental imprisonment with people, places, things that all they do is make me feel bleh. When you go around people and you just feel like you need to take a shower afterwards, it's like just being around them makes you feel Queen of Cups and the Devil. Just making deals, trying to trap. She made deals on your behalf. Well, that's not how that works, my friend. You can't actually make deals for other people. So you pay for that toll, so then it comes back to you or to those you love the most. Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles. Tapping into higher knowledge brings spiritual inheritance, financial abundance. This is money falling from the sky. Oh, that was my read earlier. It's like money, because Ace of Pentacles came out earlier as well. And it's like, yeah, it's like for you, money being offered from the sky. Ace of Pentacles is like, you have so much abundance, or you feel stable. It's like coming from every different direction. It's not a small little potato offer. Nine of Wands, using those burdens, those weights that they've asked you to carry. Nine of Wands is taking them and using those weights to pave the way to your success, saying, this isn't mine, I'm putting it down. I gotta go, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. I don't know what that was, and that's okay. No, that was too much. I'll take that. Empress. Alright, fertility, love, family, Empress, Venus energy, so Libra, Taurus, grounded, stable, shouldn't come to play. She's the freaking Empress. Okay. Alright, let's move along. We're done here with that for now. I'm going to pull some letters out. Alright, I have the word test, CD, or DC. Test DC. we'll be diving down later. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to pull from the Love Oracle deck. Oracle. In reverse, signs and synchronicities. We're missing all the signs. Wedding. Oh. So we have wedding and hookup. We're missing all the signs about whether we want a wedding or a hookup. We're a little confused. Which do you want? What are you willing to work and wait for? Family. Are you ignoring all the signs about your family? Are they calling you? Are you chasing hookups versus meaning? Running away from home, responsibilities. Come on now. Between the lines, you missed all of the communication that was thrown at you because you refused to look at what was not being said. You missed out on your family because you missed what wasn't being said. Alright. Travel in reverse, fated meeting, and addiction in reverse. Something's keeping you close to... Well, okay, so something is keeping you close to home, but it's like you're meant to be. There's something coming straight to your freaking doorstep. Hold on. Just nothing to get excited about, kind of. Alright. Let's try it. I'm gonna clear out that energy. We're gonna start see what the energy is. I'm like super distracted all over the place. Not really shocking. Of course, I just had some information download, so I'm still trying to process that. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. Back to the Lover's Oracle, or the Love Oracle. Let's see what we need to know. What do we need to know for the highest good of the collective? Legal matters. Roll the dice. Someone caught charges from gambling. Well, so we have test DC as the word scramble that came out, and legal matters, roll the dice. Somebody was playing risky games with the legal system, or they were gambling. Crossroads, toxic relationship, and home. Forcing people to move out of homes because they can't keep doing this anymore. It's putting everything in jeopardy. So, it's gotta go. Somebody's creating toxicity and problems in your life, or if you're doing that, then don't be upset. It's financially taking its toll. You have got to be brave. And I mean, you have to get through the crossroads, right? You have to make a decision on what to do. And yeah, it's hard as shit, but you have got to make a call. If it's toxic, if it's draining you, if it's making you feel bleh, if it's catching you up in the courts, you gotta let it go. Fear is an illusion. Fear is false evidence appearing real, which I know sounds real cliche, yet sometimes when you really are scared and you're at the crossroads, you have to be like, this is all, like, what am I really scared about? It's time to let it go. I know it is. It's time to let go of that person that makes me feel bruised. It's time to let go of that person that I never made up to their standards. All they want to do is party and have fun. We can't keep. So, what is the information we need for the collective good? What is the information we need? That was too many. Friends. And then that whole stack with crossroads and toxic came back out. Let's see what we have here. Ex-lover. Somebody got lured. Oh. This is the famous... Okay. So, I'm just going to have this little rant for a second. We kind of didn't have as many problems when there wasn't social media, as far as I feel, in relationships. I think Facebook, a lot of us got to spy on family and friends from afar, and then people fell in love with the facade that people had on social media, and then they left their whole families for it. So this is, like, social media, I think, kind of did some disservices, because, yeah, people got to stay in touch, but there were people that, it sounds great. In actual reality, though, it's not. Like, fear and soulmate in reverse. You run back to that ex-lover because you think that's your soulmate, but it's not. You're like, oh, I missed out on that chance 20 years ago. They are the one. I'm still thinking about them. No, that's just fairy tales. Don't do the 80-20. Don't leave the 80% woman for a 20% woman that you used to know back in 9th grade that now you know nothing about. Don't risk your family for temporary. It's better to stay single. Divine intervention. Okay. I know. If you're anything like me, your angels and your support team is probably super lightning fast because you probably move a million miles a minute. If you move a million miles a minute, think of how fast your spiritual team has to move ahead of you. Can you know that they are working overtime because they are trying to save you from your own destruction? Okay. When your spirit team says sit down, that doesn't mean, hey, hold my beer. It means sit down. Please. They're tired. I know you are a child of God, but they're tired. God has got them working overtime when they assign them to you, I promise. Social media. All right, well, yeah. No, we talked about that, right? No stalking social media. Don't be getting in other people's lane. You don't need to be there. Don't be looking at other people's spouses, other people's family, thinking what you would look like in it. It's not for you, baby. Okay? It looks perfect on social media. It's not. There's legal matters. There's lots of junk behind the scenes. I think I almost hit the floor when one of the kids that I went to elementary school. Like, I've gone to school with that girl since like kindergarten. Always had like the beautiful prima donna princess dancer life, like yeah, and then beautiful family. She has a great, very lucrative career, and then mentioned how much of that she wasted on drugs, and I'm like, yeah, that's okay, yeah. I guess it's the ones you never suspect. Or is it home? Yes. We are creating problems in our home by living vicariously through other people. Stay in your own fucking lane. We've all got problems. Don't be trying to get in my shit. You don't know what I got going over here. I won't be getting in your shit, please. Oh gosh. Roll the dice. Gambling. Breakup. Your gambling is causing a breakup. Your bad habits are causing problems, like getting locked up, being shown the door. Surrender. Let go. Surrender. And you know that you're a child of Freya when the divine gets you to surrender by making 4 pounds of kitten sit on your back until you scream mercy because you're so freaking tired. Okay, so Freya's relationships and, cats. Her chariot is pulled by cats. That's why the Viking brides are supposed to be given kittens for their wedding, because it's to appease Freya. So in order to get me to finally get on my knees and release my pain and surrender, I had 2 kittens. They were 4 pounds between the two of them. One was like the heavier cat, one was the runt. So it was like 2.6 and 1.4. So I had one on each shoulder, and it was literally pinned to the ground because they're sharp, like their nails were so sharp, and they were climbing up my legs. And I just like was so frustrated with life. Dropped to my knees, screaming, crying. I was like, yep, that's God will send you the most unsuspecting thing. And when I say God, I mean Creator, whichever way you look at that. Will send you the most unsuspecting thing to bring you to them. So if everything's going wrong and all you can do is get on your knees and cry your heart out, do it. It's time. Don't think you're too big. Don't think you're too strong. Don't think it's not for you. Everybody needs to cry on their knees sometimes. Finances, music. Betting on a losing horse is what that feels like right there. Alright. I'm gonna put all those back in. I'm gonna take another drink, take another vape, and then pick up another deck, maybe. Hiya, Light Seeker. How are you, man? How goes it? Shit. I was gonna say on this inauguration day, and I don't even want to talk about all that. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't. I'm here. I'm observing. I'm reporting back to the family and the mothership daily. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on, and the TikTok ban and then inauguration, and it all ties into a download I had from 2 weeks ago today, which happened to be January 6th, which January 6th, 4 years ago was historic, so I'm here. I'm taking in the information. Yeah. What are you up to, Light Seeker? Okay. Can I give you like, and you can tell me no. Can I give you like the bubblegum advice? But it kind of actually works, so. Okay. I want to ask you first though, because anyone else, because I know you're a content creator as well, right? So, do you have anyone around you as support or help? Because that's the part where I want to start, because I want you to remember that. Like, you don't have anybody to mentor you or guide you. So please give yourself a little fucking break. You took the journey that no one else was brave enough to step up and do, so they really have no room to talk shit or make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. Okay? You haven't at all, because otherwise they'd still be with you. So I want you to give yourself a little grace, because I know that you, just like me, were brave enough to step out on a path, and everybody said that we ain't shit, it's never gonna happen, it's not gonna work for us. So I know it's hard. I know you don't have support, and that's the whole, like, when you decide that you're gonna walk against the path, like you're gonna be the salmon that swims upstream, right? You're gonna go against the stream, you're gonna get there, regardless of whether anyone else survives or not. It always gets hardest right before you get that breakthrough, okay? So some days it's okay to say, hey, it's too hard today. I'm just gonna set this down and we'll try again tomorrow. And I love that you came in, because I'm gonna give a prime example of this. And the devil attacks you, and this just came out in this reading earlier that I was doing. You, right before your breakthrough, you get attacked the hardest, because A, they want you to give up, because then they can be like, oh, they were wrong the whole time. But B, if you give up but you've done all that legwork, then they can swoop in right at the end and say, oh, I was doing it the whole time. No, you were not brought to this point just to be brought to this point. Does that make sense? So baby, I know you're close to a breakdown, and I know it's really freaking hard. I need you just to, it's one of those that's like, that cool down moment, you know, when you're like super freaking stressed out, or you need, okay, let's back that up. Like, say you need to make a decision, right? And you're like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? And then the best thing to do is to think on it for a night. Like, get rest before doing anything drastic, or before making a decision, or before, you know, like, it's okay to take a moment to pause. It's not okay to give up. Okay? So I know it's really so fucking hard, but sometimes when it's the hardest, it's just saying, okay, this is me telling me I need to take a minute to break. Okay? And tell me if I'm right or wrong, it feels like you have a lot of people, like friends and loved ones, that don't understand what you're doing at all. So they're over there saying like, oh, nobody else is going to enjoy that. Is that a correct, like, finger on the pulse? Because I'm going to bet that this project that you're working on is probably innovative. Like, they've never seen anything like it before. They don't understand it. Okay. Feeling tired means that your body wants you to rest. So please rest. Be intentional with resting. If you're tired, that is your body saying you need to rest. Okay? So that's, I mean, like, was that yesterday? No, it was the day before. It was the day before yesterday. Sorry. I took like 2 40-minute naps back to back, and I was like, what the heck? Like, during the middle of the day, and I haven't been able to do that for a hot minute. And while I want to give myself a hard time, I want to be like, oh, you need to be working, you need to be doing this. No, if you're tired, you need to be resting. Period. Because you can't do the next part of your project if you're too tired to do it. What, guys? How are you, boo? I was waiting for you to come in and make fun of my hat. I was just about to take it off too, man. Perfect timing. What? Oh, okay. I'm afraid to ask. What were you doing? Light Seeker, the other part of it is you need to rest, because when that big thing happens, you're gonna need that energy to be able to A, keep it pushing, and B, be able to enjoy what you've cultivated. So you need to rest now, because when it pops through, you're gonna need that energy to be able to enjoy your creation. Otherwise, why'd you work so hard? It'd be like if you worked really hard on a movie premiere, or like a movie, and then you went to the premiere and you were exhausted. And it's like you didn't actually get to see what was the reason that you did all of that work. You didn't get to see any of the reactions from anybody. So, okay, Cottage. At least, well, I guess it depends on what you're doing for work. I've never asked what you actually do for work, I don't think. What do you do for work? You're welcome, Light Seeker. I'm glad you come back to talk to me about it, though. Like, I appreciate that. Like, you don't even know, because I know you and I have had conversations before. So I like that you come back, because I know it's hard, baby. And we're all here to help each other learn, grow, encourage. What kind of mechanic? Okay. Cool. What's your favorite car that you've restored so far? Hear what's unsaid so the answers can unfold. Okay. What did you have to do to restore it? And do you do like engine work, or do you do body work, or do you do all of it? I guess I'm just trying to get a feel for. And do you work in a shop? Do you work by yourself? Okay. All right. Spirit link. Keep connecting to your spiritual team. Okay. All right. Fair. What's the repair market look like for for restoring old cars right now? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, maybe this isn't an experience for you. I find that like rich people are actually like the cheapest people ever. They don't want to they don't want to pay for anything. I found that out being a waitress. Was it like, because I was a waitress in a part of town that was old money, and they did not tip. They did not tip, and I was like, what the heck? This is not how I thought this was going to work out in a waitressing situation. Yeah. Well, okay, so the elite ruling classes kind of realizing that they are at a disadvantage, I feel. Anyone that's seen enough writing on the wall, I feel like the country's about to do some big things. So I don't know how else to say anything, but Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. So, I think the wealthier are like trying to figure out, yeah, how do we not waste all our resources? I don't know. Yeah. It does. Why do you think I like being at home in my own, like, at home I stay in my own lane. There's no, I mean, there's traffic in my own home, but that's because I have 5 cats and a dog. So, I mean, there's traffic, there's collisions, there's fighting, uh, but it's all stuff I can handle. So, that's, I stay at home. When people say, like, oh, you're acting a fool, I'm like, I don't ever go anywhere. I don't ever do anything. So, yeah, no, I thought it was wild out there. I said, okay, I'm going to go home. It's comfortable there. I have my own TV. I can lay on my couch and do what I want to do. Learning secrets and turn the page. Be willing when information's presented to you to keep learning. Yeah. Okay, so like cottage with me, because my family said I was the problem, right? Except for, I finally got tired of the gaslighting. I was like, I ain't the fucking problem here. And then I removed myself, and they still had problems. And I was like, wait. I removed myself completely from all the equations, and yet you still have problems with me. You don't have problems with me. You have problems with how I feel about you. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see if there's anything else I want from here. Scales of balance. Embrace courage. Yeah. If you've been playing games with people and hurting people, you're gonna need to be brave. Be brave. I know. You tell me that. Every time. And I totally freaking get that. And you know what? I don't want to talk about this, but I think of you now when I'm certain places with my stinking straw. I think of you. Because I have bust up my lip before with the hard straw. And that's not. Because I remember it, I think about it every time I think of my stinking hard straw. I think of you now. I'm like, oh, cottage country. But I've done that where I've busted up my lip before, taking a drink. So mine will be I'll have my cup in bed and I'll do something and I'll hit it against my lip. I'm like, oh God. So yeah. Yeah. No, I think of it. Well, and then I told you I have 5 cats and a dog. So every time I'm walking around now with my straw with the dogs, I'm like, or the cats, I'm like, freaking cottage country. So yeah. No, we're not gonna. We're safe with straws. We're safe with straws. We're safe with straws. You know what though? Okay, so my other thing that I always carry around though. Yeah, no, these cats be. Okay, Alright, well, I'm going to talk about that in a second. So, I talk about my feral cat all the time, right? And so, all the other cats have been in my room. The dog has been in my room, just not this one cat, because she's terrifying. Like, she is just freaking... She's a force to be reckoned with. She does some damage when she wants to. And she's very skittish. And I get it. I understand it. But today, I kind of let her... She kind of walked into my room. Because she's been trying to walk into my room for months. And then... So then... Like I say, I finally let her in, and she kind of wasn't taking no for an answer today. I was like, okay. No, that bitch was in my room for over 6 hours. Like, and she hid under my bed for a great amount of time. And, okay, so, like, funny, haha, kind of weird, though. She was under my bed. And, like, she was, like, deeply entrenched under my bed. And, like I say, she's never been in my bed, in my room before. I don't know if she'll do that again. She might. She probably will. They like my room. They like my room. Especially because they're not allowed in. Anyway, so she was under the bed. I was doing some hip opening exercises on the floor. And I put on a song that, like, her human would like. And ironically, she started actually, like, moving around. I was like, really? Huh. Anyway, so she was in my room for 6 hours. At, like, the 3-hour mark, I think she came out from under the bed. And then I got video of her where she kept looking around and her eyes were glowing orange. I was like, huh. The weird things with cats. So, that was the adventure of allowing Alcatraz into my room. It was like over 6 hours of her commandeering my room, and I hung out with her because she's feral. And I love her. There might be something wrong with me. You know what? And actually, you can get brain damage from being in chronic stressful situations. So. Two of Wands, balancing. Alrighty, let's see. Anything else? What do we need to know for the collective from the tarot? Hierophant. Venus, Taurus, higher knowledge, intuition, tapping in. Reinforcing your connection with Source. What else do we need to know? Hierophant okay, so Hierophant, esoteric, occult knowledge. It's methodical though. It's slow motion. It literally is education. Knight of Pentacles with the confirmation, and 5 of Cups, emotionally having been left out, has left you feeling kind of bitter and like, you know what, if they don't want to play with me, cool, I'm gonna go over here, do my own thing. It's like, if they don't want to invite me to the party, I'm fine not showing up. I didn't want to bring a fruitcake to their party anyway. Okay, too much. I don't know why I said fruitcake. My freaking brother hated fruitcake. Page of Cups. Childhood emotions. Or generational patterning around emotions. Feels like there could be family secrets that are like kept hidden. Let's see. Three of Pentacles, yes, something financial hidden. And Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be feminine or could be masculine, operating in like a wounded feminine space of being evil. Like just downright angry, vengeful, like take no prisoners type thing. A Star, Aquarius energy. Main character rising above. Seven of Wands. Needing to decide which battles are for us and which are not ours. Sometimes it's easier just to say it's peaceful. Not answering the door for people. Like, I don't care who you are to me. Wheel of Fortune, which always feels or is represented as like fate or chance or the luck of the draw. And yes, luck is a thing. And yet, in order to truly be lucky in that thing that you want, you have to first know that you want it. So it's not that you're lucky. It's literally like you draw an intention, you say that I want this thing, and then your soul, you, start putting yourself in the path of having that thing that is desired happen to you. So it's part luck. It's also part work. So Wheel of Fortune is saying that the luck, all that hard work you've been putting in, good or bad, is now going to give you yields. It's the reaping the harvest of your, or reaping the rewards of your harvest. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. King of Wands. What information do we need to know about King of Wands? Page of Swords. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We're dealing with someone who has not been kind with her feelings. Page of Swords, that's childhood bullying tactics, yet coming out of the mouth of a 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old. Justice is being called here. So this is no longer able to keep going. Justice is saying, hey, we saw what you did. We saw that you were the one bothering them, or you were the one doing this, and that person, they didn't have anything to do with it. So, all right. It's staying in your own lane, focusing on your own home. It's minding the business that minds you, and saying, I don't care what you got going over there. If you want to hang out with me, cool. But I don't care what you're doing over there. I got my own thing to do. I got my own grass to water. Good day, sir. Five of Cups. Loss. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is feeling that emotional loss, lack. Knight of Pentacles. Partnership. It's like this woman was trying to use emotions to manipulate someone to make financial investments, yet there was no substance. She didn't have the love that she said she could give. She didn't have Wheel of Fortune, fate, luck. You just really were doing the work and you were in the right place at the right time. You set yourself up for success long before now. Okay, King of Wands. You are receiving all of your passions. You're living that life with that zest for life. All right. All right. Yeah. Let us see. What else do we need for the highest good of the collective? If anything. Hierophant. Taurus energy. Tapping into, again, that higher knowledge of knowing love isn't easy all the time, or life isn't easy all the time, or knowledge, it takes hard work, it takes dedication, it takes putting in the groundwork to be able to make it be successful. Because when I think Taurus, I think like so freaking slow, methodical, like they just don't move. Yet they also are dependable and methodical and stable. So all right. A Chariot sideways. We've been feeling stuck, stagnant in motion. Alright, let me take a look here. Trying to figure out what I want to eat. That wasn't, I was like, my stomach is telling me it's probably about that time to eat some actual real food. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to preheat the oven or what I actually want to eat. I don't know. Lifing has been life the last few days and the last week, and I just keep showing up. Saying, what's next? What today? Alrighty. Justice. Libra energy. What do we need to know for justice, Libra energy? What do we need to know for justice, Libra energy? I'll take those. Ten of Wands, putting down the burdens. Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Cups. Alright, so Justice energy or for Libra. 10 of Wands, we're putting down the burdens with 8 of Pentacles. That financial lack, because a Knight of Cups has been coordinating, celebrating, creating blocks, mind games, deceptions, betrayals, and it's time for that to be done. Alright. It must have been love. It's over now. I know that's totally off. I don't care. Death on the bottom. Scorpio energy. You know, the last few days. 9 of Pentacles. Receiving that financial abundance. That wish fulfillment for your financial gains. It's here. Knight of Cups. Okay. Let's see with that energy. So 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups. And maybe you were a Knight of Cups and you're getting justice because people were putting too many burdens and financial constraints and hurting behind your back. You're getting justice. That could be how that is too. And then 9 of Pentacles, you're bringing in your financials. You're like, yeah, we're done. All right, the World. It's closing out those chapters. Closing out those chapters that no longer are assisting you in your growth. You're like, yeah, we're done. Completely. Like, that's, none of that crew, none of that cast can come through for the next project. Because that brings in your financial stability. When you look at it and you're like, this person, all they ever do is they have their hand out, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You're getting that financial, again, once you close out that chapter with the people that have been leaving you out in the cold mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, however, they've been playing games with you. When you leave them out, you're going to realize your coins start building, and really fast, actually. When you stop hanging around those people that don't really like you, your money starts building, because they will spend your money like it's nothing if they don't like you. So you gotta say, hey, yeah, no, I got things to do. People see. 8 of Cups, that's closing out any chapters, any relationships that are no longer serving you, no longer filling your cup, saying, I can't. 8s are all about karma and the cycle and the wheel. And how is it moving? Where are you at? What have you been doing work-wise, energetically? Ace of Swords, you're using logic and discernment to cut off anything not for you. And then 2 of Cups. So you bring in union, love, happiness. Love it. Alrighty. High Priestess. Pisces energy. Tapping into utilizing the elements to create your most beautiful life. King of Swords. Dealing with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Very impactful man. He uses his words to get his point across. Very intellectual, sharp, cutting, cunning. Contract shrewd. Feels like a Libra because it feels like contractual. Like lawyers. Give it, like the lawyers I know that are Libras. I'm like, yeah, no, you were definitely born to be a lawyer. Apparently being a Libra does have something impactful to do with the legal and judicial system. Okay. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Well, kind of, it's not really. Let's see. Four of Wands. Yeah. After we cut off anything, not for us, not helping us, we bring in that stability. It's absolutely necessary, because you probably spent your whole freaking life feeling like you didn't have anyone, you didn't have anything, not truly to call your own. It was always someone else's. Someone else needed it more, so you always had to give it to someone else. And like, it's to be such a, when does it get to be your turn? And the Lovers on the bottom, soulmate, lovers, love it. Alright, I'll put those, let's not go there. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. Why am I singing kids songs? The fuck, Claire? Maybe that's the whole point, Cal. Nothing in life makes sense anymore. I'm just going to pull from some astrology cards and then see what signs we need. Okay, we have the moon coming out in reverse. Moon is Pisces, Cancerian energy. It's in reverse, so the moon is always about secrets, things hidden in the dark, cycles, phases, dark, feminine creation. And because, okay, so we, just as much as we need the sun to grow, we also need darkness to grow too. So the moon is the fertility of things being sown in the dark, and those secrets are coming to light now. Pluto, so Pluto, regeneration. We are shaking up the structural systems. That's what Pluto is about. It's deep reparation and transformation. Scorpio energy. I mean, Pluto is a planet and they took it away. Yeah, I'd be angry too. I seek vengeance too. Water. Yes. Water. So water energy. Emotions, needing to tap into our emotions, not forget them, not quiet them, not to them, actually allowing them the space to expand and grow. Pisces. So again, Pisces is that very nurturing, loving, embodying energy. It's dreamy, it's romantic. When we get too far into our emotions, though, sometimes we create a monster, so watch out for that. And then Virgo. Virgo's Hermeticism. It's tapping into that solitary knowledge, that seeking of answers. Even if it leaves you on the path alone, you still are willing to do it, because that's what Virgos do. And Virgos cannot not do everything all the way. So if they're going to commit to it, like they're in it for the haul. So Virgo's going to get to the bottom of it, because they know that that's part of their journey, is to walk that path and find it. Okay. I'm going to take a few more cards from the Wrist Iconic Oracle, and then I'm going to hop out, because I think I'm about done for the day. Alright, well, yeah, bitch. I'm feeling that right now. I've got people in my energy that I'm like, yeah. I'm tired of smiling in their face while they play in mine. Yeah. That's why I removed myself. I don't play anymore. Alright, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, guys.